What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. We're back at it again. Today we're going to attempt to drive the 2005 Chevy Blazer about 120 miles, 130 miles round trip down to AR headquarters and back. This is a vehicle that we've only driven from Insurance Auto Auctions down here. We know nothing about it, so it should be a lot of fun. But before we get into that, I got to tell you guys a little something. There seems to be a trend lately with selling everything we own. I'm not sure who started it, but I've seen several YouTubers selling everything. So I'm here to tell you, I'm selling almost everything we have here at Insurance Auto Auction. So if you're seeing this video right now, if you're watching this video, and you're interested in any of these cars, almost any of them, the links down below, guys. There will be links down below to these vehicles. We have a 2004 Volvo XC70 all-wheel drive. Runs and drives absolutely great with cold air conditioning and a clean title. The Audi, I am not selling this one. Not yet. We got exhaust work to do, some engine covers to put back on, and I actually want to drive this a little bit. It's a very elegant wagon, and I really enjoy driving this car. So this one I'm not quite ready to part with yet. This one, this was just cheap. You know, it was sitting at the auction. It was dirt cheap, and I figured, let's bring a Volvo to the channel. I never intended to do anything with it, so, you know, whatever. Next, we have the 2004 Monte Carlo LS. This one just got cleaned up, and it is ready to go to auction as well. This thing runs and drives great with cold air conditioning. The 2005 Chevy Blazer, I had plans to send this down to paint. I was going to do a lime green. That was my idea. It was a lime green color and put a system in it. It runs and drives great with cold air conditioning, so I figured, no warning lights on or anything, so I figured we'll just paint it, put a system in it, send it back to auction. Unfortunately, Maaco is really backed up on their paint jobs right now. They are very busy, and I do not have the time to wait for a paint job, and that is why you're going to see this one, and this one all going to auction. I mean, the rest of them are too, aside from the CLK 320 back there. That's not mine. And the Audi A6 we're not sending off just yet. But these three were going to go in for paint. That one was going to get a police car paint job. That's what Nick wanted. Nick wanted it black, white, black. All right, that's what he wanted. That's what we were going to do. He wanted to look like a cop car. This one, we were going to get it repainted because it's got, you know, it's been burned. The clear coat's been burned on the top. We're going to go ahead and get that repainted, and this one was just going to be kind of a cool lime green with a system. Unfortunately, I don't have the time to sit on these cars while we wait for paint, so I decided we're just going to go ahead and send them. We're going to send them. This one we just drove to AR headquarters yesterday. I put 140 miles on this car. This thing is excellent. The Volvo, we've only driven it from Insurance Auto Auctions here, but it did absolutely great. The Blazer did great on the way here too. We're gonna go ahead and fire it up. We also drove the, we drove this one 120 or 130 miles down to AR headquarters and back. These cars all run and drive fine, guys. They all run and drive fine. The Blazer is a little dirty. We're gonna need to clean this up for sure. Want to get this cleaned up before we send it off. Make sure we got no lights on. How's the fuel? It's got about half a tank of gas, so it's good on gas. We got a tag on it already. It's got a little aftermarket Sony Explode stereo. It does have cold air. I'll go ahead and turn that air conditioner on now. Let this thing cool off a little bit. Man, you know what? I may change my mind about selling this Blazer by the time this video is over. I really might. I really have a soft spot for the Blazer. I really do. I really do. It's in relatively good shape. It's got a few dings here and there, but I mean, very minimal, very minimal. There's like a little ding on the hood right here. I think there's another one like right here. It's hard to see, and it's also fairly dirty. It really needs a good clean. There's a couple dings right there, nothing serious though. And then the back bumper took a little tap right there as well. Yeah, I should probably just send it down the road. I just don't want to because I really love the Blazers, man. I really do. Okay, enough talking. Let's get this thing on the road. Let's head down to AR headquarters, and we're going to find out together if it's going to make it. Well, I didn't record much of this trip. It was pretty uneventful and boring, but you know I got to show you guys the bridge, right? I love coming over the bridge. Windshield's a little dirty. Looks like I got some party goers out there, man. They got their tents up and everything by the river, having fun. What is this? Is this just a guy walking? Oh, motorcyclist. All right. Let's keep our distance from him, give him some space. All right, you know what this means. This means we are almost AR headquarters. Guys, not a hiccup, not an issue. I went ahead and filled up the tank. We hit the road. We've got the dog with us and everything. We're almost there. Let's get it in the garage. Let's get it up on the lift. Let's take a look underneath it. And then we got some cleaning to do. This is pretty dirty on the outside. Inside's not too bad, but it needs a quick wipe down and things like that. But the outside's pretty dirty. Want to get those wheels and tires cleaned up. Give it a good pressure wash if I got gas in the pressure washer. And then we'll head back to the house. And after that, we're done. This one will be ready to go down the road, guys. Drives like a dream. We had up 75 miles an hour. No issues at all. All right, like I said, it was gonna make it. It made it. Made it with no issues, man. There she is. She's not steaming, smoking, sparking, or any of that other crap. This thing actually did really, really well, considering it's a Blazer. I know it's a 2005. I still consider this from the 90s, guys, because they really didn't change much when they came out in, well, this was the redesign. This was the new body style, right? So this body style came out, I think, in 94 or 95. I can't remember. But, yeah, anyway, she did great. I'm happy with it. It's not bad for a base model two-wheel drive Blazer. 68.5 miles is what we've driven so far in this bad boy. Get you down in there. Probably can't see, but there it is, 68.5 miles. All right, I've got the e-brake on. We're gonna get this thing up in the air. She needs a heck of a cleaning. And let's see if it's leaking anything. I guess that's my biggest question. Always is when I bring these things in here, is, you know, what's it look like underneath? Everything up top may look great, but it really comes down to what we find underneath. So let's get her up in the air, and then we'll get to cleaning. All right. We'll start from the back, work our way forward. First thing I notice, no tow hitch on a Blazer. This thing's perfectly capable of towing, guys. There's your evap canister. I've seen them secured a little bit better, but at least it's still in its bracket and everything. There's your plastic gas tank right there. Coming back to the rear diff. Well, everything actually looks pretty good. Shocks aren't leaking or anything. All the tires have really good tread on them. Yeah, very nice. There's no leaks coming from the rear diff at all. Actually looks really good. The underside of this thing is in phenomenal condition. Look at this, guys. This is a body on frame. As you can see, the frame looks absolutely wonderful. And so does the body. Like, that's, yeah, she's in real good shape under here, guys. You got sway bar links right here. The bushings are a little on the fatigued side. You still got your bump stops there for, you know, when you want to Dukes of Hazzard this bad boy. The drive shaft looks to be in pretty good condition as well. I don't see any leaking from the tail shaft. There's your fuel filter. And again, clean body, guys. There's your, I think that's your catalytic converter right there. I'm not sure what this thing is right here, though. Is that a catalytic converter as well? I'm not sure what this little doodad is. That's weird, just kind of chilling there. I guess that could be a little cat and this could be a bigger cat? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that's your cat. Whatever this thing is, though, I don't know. Maybe it's a mini resonator or something. You know, the transmission pan looks pretty dang dry, guys. I mean, honestly, this thing is in really good shape underneath. You do see a little bit of seepage and maybe even a little drippage going on at the oil pan here. It's got a Pennzoil oil filter. Aside from a few little drips, nothing major at all. And air conditioning is ice cold. The suspension handles absolutely great. Bring you over there. I don't know how well you can see everything, but yeah, everything on this just handles really, really well, guys. It does really well on the highway. It's pretty impressive because it is a high center of gravity vehicle. Yeah, very nice. We'll come up to the front here. See if we have any leaks. Oh, we got a new belt. That's a Dayco right there, guys. A Dayco poly rib. There's your crank sensor. It's a little damp under here, but nothing out of the ordinary, guys. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. Pitman arm, sway bar bushings, tie rods, everything looks good. Sway bar bushings look good. Your Pitman arm, idler arm look good. Yeah. I mean, consider this, guys. This bad boy's got 205,000 miles on the odometer. Okay, she got some miles. The fact that she runs this well and still drives and handles this well is pretty dang impressive. There's one of the tires right there. You see very good tread depth. Same thing on the passenger side rear. And we'll continue on our way. Move on over. Very nice. Very nice. I love doing this because there are not many of you end up owning the cars that I have here at AAR, but some of you do. And I think it is really cool for me to be able to show you everything, you know what I mean, top to bottom, so that you can bid accordingly. You know, you can bid what you feel the vehicle's worth to you, and you know what you're getting. It's just something I really enjoy. I think it's a whole new way of selling cars, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and drop this thing down real quick. We got to start cleaning. I'm not going to do much of that on camera, but I'm going to start cleaning up the interior. Then I'm going to drag out the pressure washer. We're going to get it outside and try to clean this thing up, make it look as good as we can, because she is on her way to IAA. So just tell me if you see a difference. Does it look any different to you? I sure hope so, because I have washed half of it. Here is the dirty half, and here is the clean half. What a transformation. Now, before I show you the other side, let me go ahead and show you the dirty side. I still got to finish this up. All right, so keep that in mind. I'm not done yet. But this is the dirty side. There's the dirty wheels. All right, and then you got what looks like someone just mowed for years around this thing, and it just collected all of the grass. There's mildew growing all in here. Look at this. Ugh, it's awful. It's awful. It's really sad, actually. And it leaves you wondering, why did it get parked? I don't know. I don't know. That's something I can't answer. Only the previous owner can answer that. You noticed I took off the yin yang yang sticker that was there. I got off the sticker that was up here too. All right, so now it looks a little more, I think it looks a little more clean, you know what I mean? Without all that crap. And then suddenly you get over here and it just turns from this mildewy color to this brilliant white color, right? Look at that. Look how these wheels and tires came out. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm impressed with myself right now. This thing came out looking really, really nice. It did. I'm very, very impressed with her. So there she is. I got to finish knocking this out because the sun's going down. I still can't understand, though, why something like this would have been parked. Why it would have been sent to insurance auto auctions. I don't get it. It runs and drives great. Keep in mind, guys, I brought my dog and I brought my fiance with me, okay? So it's not like I was afraid to drive this thing down here. I had no doubt that it was going to make it. None. It runs and drives great with ice cold air conditioning. So how it ended up at IAA, how it ended up parked, I just don't understand how people dispose of vehicles like this, that they're perfectly fine. There's nothing wrong with them. Anyway, I'm going to finish working this out, guys, and we'll come back when it's done. Well, it's a relatively short video, but I think we got pretty straight to the point on this one, guys. Take a look at her, and you tell me what you think of the 05 two-door, two-wheel drive Chevrolet Blazer. I think the old girl came out pretty dadgum nice, guys. I really do. But, you know, I mean, I might be biased slightly. Take a look at that, man. I think she came out looking very, very good, especially considering the shape that we got her in. Look at that sunset over there. You know what that means? That means it's time for me to get the hell out of here, man. I got to get home. I got things to do. Take a look at the top. All right, well, make sure you can see that I didn't skimp out and not do the top. I got every dadgum place on this thing that I could reach, and I think she looks good. I think she looks good, guys. Whew, I'm not gonna put any tire shine on her. I don't think she needs it. Look at her. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. All right. With that said, there's only one thing left to do. I got to pick up all this crap all over the yard here. And then we got to get this truck back to the house so that it can go up for auction along with all the other cars I got sitting out there. Remember, if this is one you're interested in bidding on, the link is down below, guys. Just click the description box and find the one that you're interested in. It'll take you straight to Insurance Auto Auctions where you can bid. And I know we gotta do something with the old GMC, don't we? Someday, maybe, eventually, we'll get around to it. I'd like to get this thing running again, possibly even driving. I don't know if that's going to happen, but I think we could at least get her running on our own. We're going to focus on this soon, very soon, I think. We're going to get back on this before the weather gets so cold that we can't, because remember, we got to work on this outside. I got no way of moving this into the shop. I don't even know if this would fit in the shop. In fact, I guarantee you it wouldn't. My shop is well, maybe it's 30 by 40. It might barely fit. I don't think so though. But anyway, I would like to get this thing running soon, but for now, let's get this thing back to the hacienda. Well, guys, it looks like we're going to make it back to the house without too much issue. Well, no issue. We've got no warning lights on the dash at all. She cruised just fine. How far are we going? 130 miles, guys. 130 miles. Sorry for all that noise. We've got a Logan's Steakhouse or something next to us. A bunch of food that we're carrying back to the house. But she also made it back with a full tank of gas. Look at that. Full tank of gas, guys. And look at that. 130 miles with no issues. I knew it. I told you guys she was a good truck. I knew she was a good truck the minute I saw her. I said, this is the one. This is the one for me. Now it's on to the auction because I'm done with her. So we're gonna send her off to somebody else because it ain't no fun if the homies can't have some. All right, guys, I'm gonna get back to the house, eat some dinner, and then I guess edit this video. That's it. This is the end.